He'll scry. Top guard goes to the bottom. Ferguson will take a draw step. Another frontier bivouac. Kick it back over to Darrell. There's a forest. Here's a Thoughtseize. Let's see what Andy Ferguson's working with. I see a Savage Knuckle Blade, a Thunderbreak Regent, a Xenagos, along with a Yavimaya Coast and a Forest.
So Darrell brought these out of the sideboard. He's got 4 on the board, and I'm a little bit surprised. I think that Tamer is typically so redundant, and your life total definitely matters, that I don't know if there's a lot to be gained by Thoughtseizing.
I mean, he gets to take a Savage Knuckle Blade with this Thoughtseize.
Really powerful in this spot because Andy's got nothing to do on turn 3, so this is pretty close to a time walk on top of taking the Knuckle Blade.
I mean, he's still got nothing to do on turn 3. He drew a Thunderbreak Regent for the turn. Sohm will play a copy of Sansep Citadel, pass the turn back. His mana being a little finicky right now. There's Xenagos. Looks like it'll be bringing a Satyr along with it. Sohm will go down to 16, pass that turn back. Perhaps it's time for a Rhino. Yep. Sohm up to 19, Ferguson down to 17. Roast is a timely draw.
Huge draw. I mean, this also sets up Andy for this turn to be able to play a dragon plus Xenagos and roast all in one shot.
Yeah, it's huge.
If he really values getting another token, the other line of play is to roast and just go ahead and, you know, make a token and attack for 4. But I like trying to get as much out of the hand right now as possible.
There's roast. Looks like he does value a token here. He's going to pass that turn. So Sohm's Rhino has been taken care of. Perhaps he has another one. Yep. That's part of the reason I like going to the skies and playing the roast last turn. It's because now he's just kind of brick-walled. I mean, I suppose he can just say make a token, you get to eat one of them, deal you 4.
Well, I also think that Andy's kind of trying to find productive things to do until he finds land number 5 because he has Separate Denial in hand. And I think he wants to be able to play the dragon and leave Separate Denial all in the same turn.
And there is the very powerful Siege Rhino. Vulcan Vaga signed only probably like 2 or 3 of those last weekend.
Yeah, probably not that many. See, now is an opportunity potentially for Andy to say, all right, I'll plus Indigos, I'll cast Thunderbreak Regent. I got some mana left over here. Now I got Separate Denial. I could probably put a pretty big block in front of your Siege Rhino if you make a move to attack.
Well, elevator's going up. Now here's Thunderbreak Regent with Stubborn Denial on defense. Pass that turn back. Don't think we'll see any Satyr tokens coming to the red zone.
And this Separate Denial here could be awesome because Darrell hasn't seen it. And this board looks like it's a pretty attractive spot to try to knock that Xenagos off, to muster some attack here and force a chump block or force a big block. And if Andy blocks with everything and Darrell tries to use a removal spell to blow this block up, Separate Denial is an insane tempo exchange.
We got a double block here. There goes the dragon.
At the point I'm double blocking, I'd rather just block with everything. Doesn't really matter all that much, but if you're gonna try to kill it, you might as well give it your best shot.
Now the Stubborn Denial is off. Here's a Den Protector. So there's a morph. We could have a Siege Rhino coming back here in just a moment. Ferguson will draw.
This is not too bad for Andy. He gets to make another token here, which is eligible to attack.
Yep.
Gets to play another Thunderbreak Regent. Still gets to leave up his mana for Separate Denial.
You can certainly see what he's setting up, which is this line of play right here. He'll play another Land of Haven and Spirit Dragon, pass the turn back. Den Protector's going to unmorph. Siege Rhino's on the way. We head Sohm's way. Sohm will draw a card. He's hoping for a good one. It's copy error while. It's not that good.
I think that was a chance for Andy to get a little fancy last turn. I think he leaves up the Yavimaya Coast instead of the Temple. There's no way Darrell plays around Stubborn Denial.
Oh, look at you. Is it worth it to take the 1?
If he plays a spell into your Stubborn Denial, absolutely.
Okay.
See, that's the little trick. You leave up the Pain land when you don't have to, so your opponent thinks, well, if he had the trick in his hand, he'd be thinking about it, leaving up the blue mana.
Still got it.
Yeah. Some dirty Jersey magic tactics for all of you wondering. Still got him in. I still got him. All the dirt.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Been naming Boyle with Curse Scroll since '98.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Saw Siege Runner in the battlefield there. That's why the light totals are 11-15 in favor of Sohm right now. Well, Stubborn Denial has not been good yet this game, but you have to imagine if it ever does come up, it'll be good.
It feels like Darrell's got to cast a spell to be able to win this game. He's
Yeah.
losing the race, and creatures are unlikely to catch him up here.
So 4th Satyr token here. Four of them will be attacking. Down to 2 of them. Now there's another copy of Thunderbreak Regent. Looks like we have a limited supply
Yeah.
of Satyr tokens.
That's surprising, because 4 is not that many. Xenagos generates 4 satyrs all the time.
Yeah. Have a little conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Post-production meeting.
But if Darrell can't kill a creature and you can't generate a flyer, he's dead.
Yep.
Even if he can have a removal spell, that's just going to trigger the Thunderbreak Regents and then get hit with Stubborn Denial.
Yep. This is a rock and a hard place here. And all he can do is concede the game because he's getting beaten down by flyers. Andy Ferguson going to win this match here over Darrell Sohm. 2-1. Mr. Ferguson with Teamer Dragons is 8-1.
His deck last year in Columbus, one of my absolute favorites. Good to have him back. Sort of an unorthodox deck builder. You don't see Mardu with Bloodsoaked Champion a bunch like you saw last year. Teamer Dragons, not the most popular deck, but I think this guy's got some real deck building chops.
More than anything, I just like that his deck is base green red with a small splash of blue, and blue can give him some advantage in some matchups instead of trying to play a lot of different blue cards and his blue mana being really time sensitive for a card like Frostwalker. You know, he can draw his blue mana late in the game, and that's perfectly fine. Obviously, Savage Knuckleblade is something you want to play early, but you know, a card like Stubborn Denial, it's okay if that blue mana shows up later.
Right.